Judith on her own does not have any light. No light though. The light that I reflect now is the light from Christ. Because if you're looking for light from Judith herself, my dear, you will not see. But as a follower of Christ, as a believer of Christ, now I have that light that Christ has. Now I am the light of the world. Okay? You are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and puts it under a basket. Instead, the lamp is placed on a stand where it can give light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your good deeds shine for all to see, so that everyone will give praise to your heavenly Father. This is Matthew 5, verses 14 to 16. And then I asked myself, okay, I am the light of the world, right? Okay, what am I supposed to be doing with that information? What does it mean to be the light of the world? And then I went back to the scriptures and it took me to John 8:12, where Jesus was addressing the crowd and he said to them, I am the light of the world. If you follow me, you won't have to walk in darkness because you will have the light that leads to life. And then it made sense to me. Okay, Jesus is the source of the light. He is the light of the world. Because I'm a believer, because I'm a follower of Christ, then that light reflects on me. Then I automatically also become the light of the world. So by extension, I become the light of the world too. But the source of the light is Christ. Okay? Okay, that part became clear. I was like, okay, I see, because Judith on her own does not have any light. No light though. The light that I reflect now is the light from Christ. Because if you're looking for light from Judith herself, my dear, you will not see. But as a follower of Christ, as a believer of Christ, now I have that light that Christ has. Now I am the light of the world. Okay. And then I said, okay, good. I get it now. Okay, but what am I supposed to be doing with that information? What should I do? What am I supposed to be doing as the light of the world? And then I went back to the scriptures and then I looked at Jesus and how he lived his life on earth. He went about doing good. He went about dispelling darkness. He went about revealing the truth. He went about guiding the way. And let me drop this last one. He went about dropping bombshells. I am not making this up. He went about dropping bombshells. If you think I'm lying, go to John 8 and read the complete chapter. Read the complete chapter, you will understand when I say he went about dropping bombshells. Jesus dropped bombshells. At the point I felt so powerful. The Pharisees and the religious leaders and even the crowd, he was addressing in the temple. I was like, hey, Jesus kept dropping bombs. He kept dropping, and they were not getting. It got to a point I was like, oh, if I were there, I would have just gone to Jesus and I would have said, Master Jesus, it's enough for today. It's enough. Have mercy on these people. They've not recovered from the first one, and you're giving them back to back. Please, John Peter, come and carry your master. Oh my God, Jesus was giving them back to back. They were not getting it. They were provoked. They were like, oh, who is this arrogant man? Who is this person? And when Jesus got to the point where he said, before your father Abraham was born, I am. They were like, this is it. We've had enough. And they wanted to, throw stones at him, but, he had to disappear. Anyway, back to the topic of the day. You've been the light of the world. Okay. So now that you understand that you are the light of the world, because Christ is the light of the world, then what should you be doing? What should I be doing? We are supposed to be illuminating the spiritual darkness of this world. We're supposed to be exposing sin. I know that one is hard, but it is what it is. We're supposed to be exposing sin, and we're supposed to be pointing people to God's truth and salvation. Exactly what Jesus did. That is what we're supposed to be doing. That is what we're supposed to be doing. He has set the example. He is the standard. We're supposed to do what he did. It is as simple as that. You see, it sounds simple to say, but I know it's not that easy, but that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. Okay. Then I was like, okay, I get it. What about the part that says like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden? Then I thought about it for a sec. I was like, okay, a city on a hill top. So the top of a hill cannot be hidden. Makes sense. If you put a city on the top of a hill, it becomes visible, right? Even if you don't want to see it, even if you've told yourself, I will not see it, and you do like, you will still see it. Because the city has been put on a hilltop, so it becomes very visible for everyone to see. So it's the same thing. You are the light of the world. I am the light of the world. So we are, or we have been placed on the hilltop, so we cannot be hidden. But think about it. Without that hilltop, or without that hill, and you've been placed on that hilltop, my dear, you're just going to be there. Nobody's even going to notice you. Nobody's even going to see you. So I want to shift my focus a little bit away from the city, but on the hill. And the way I'm looking at it, Jesus is that hill, that foundation. Because the reason why you are who you are, where you are the light of the world, is because of Christ, because of your source, right? So Christ has placed you on this a hilltop for you to shine. So that hill represents to me, looking at it, is Jesus, the foundation, right? And then it didn't stop there. I was like, okay, a city that is on a hilltop will be visible, right? Okay, so what does visibility mean in this context? Remember, we're looking at these three verses. What does it mean in this context? And if somebody is visible, so to an extent, they'll become influential, right? Right. So we're looking at visibility and influence. And then I said to myself, if you look at visibility and influence in our world today, or if you're looking for who is visible and who is influential to at least a certain extent, you would think about celebrities, you would think about social media influencers, you think about prominent people, wealthy people, you think about popular people, right? And I was like, okay, so what's was Jesus trying to say when he said that we will be visible, that we will be like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden, right? What was he trying to say? And then I read further, and it dawned on me that he was trying to say, your life will stand out. Your life will stand out. There is no way you will follow Christ and be the same. Your life will stand out because you will reflect Christ. Think about it. Everywhere Jesus went, he was visible. He was visible because he would say one thing that people would be like, who are that? It was really visible, right? So he went for the truth. He didn't mince words. He didn't try to dilute anything. He said what he said. He went for the truth. And in our world today, if you truly follow Christ, there is no way you won't stand out. There is no way you won't stand out because the world will want you to act in a certain way. But if you follow the footsteps of Christ, of your maker, you know you're not meant to follow the world. You're meant to actually walk in the opposite direction. So if you follow Christ, you will stand out. Now that standing out is the visibility that we're talking about. That's the visibility. Because people look at you and be like, this one is different. This one is not like the rest. This one is there's something about this person. This one, not love for Christ. This one, we're not in the same category. This one is different. You will stand out. That's the visibility we're talking about. So, what about you being influential? Let me explain. If someone sees you and they are like, this one is different. This person is very, very different. They shouldn't stop at saying that. They should come to you and be like, I want to be like you. I really want to be like you. This light that you're shining, I want to also be the light of the world. That's the influence. That's the influence. They should look at you and be like, I want to also reflect this light that you are reflecting, right? And then you would direct them to who? Your maker. You would turn that attention back to the source of the light, right? It's not me shining, no, it's the light in me that is shining. I can show you where that light is coming from. You point them back to Christ. You point them back to your maker. You're meant to demonstrate your faith. You're meant to be visible. You're not meant to hide your faith. I mean, think about it. It won't make any sense for you to hide your faith. It is illogical and contrary to God's plan and purpose for us to hide our faith, for us to hide the truth in the gospel. It doesn't make any sense. We're supposed to wear our faith with pride. Just the way people wear whatever they believe in with pride. We're supposed to wear our faith with pride. It's not shame in following Christ. We're supposed to wear our faith with pride. Okay? Now, let's go to verse 15 where it says, no one lights a lamp, okay, and put it under a basket. Instead, the lamp is put on a lampstand, right? Where it can give light to everyone in the house. Now, think about it. That's visibility. You put the lampstand on, you put the lamp on the stand. That's a strategic position where it gives light to everyone in the house, not just the person who lit the lamp. So your light is supposed to shine that people benefit from that light. Your light is supposed to shine that people benefit from that light. You're supposed to be visible. That's the summary of this particular verse. You're supposed to be visible, and your visibility should cause people to focus on the maker, your source, the source of the light, the original light of the world, right? Now let's go to verse 16, where it says, in the same way, let your good deeds shine for all to see. And it hits me that this is a command. It is a command to demonstrate our faith through actions. It is not enough for you to say, I am the salt of the earth. I am the light of the world. How are you impacting your world? Is your saltiness being felt? Are you shining? Are you impacting people? Yes, you are the salt of the earth. Yes, you are the light of the world. But are you shining? Okay, so you have to shine. You must demonstrate your faith through actions. And when we say actions, what do we mean? And I had to dig further. And this took me back to the same Matthew, but the first 12 verses, verses 1 to 12, that talks about the Beatitudes. Remember? Blessed are all of those, right? And the good deeds there are things like mercy, peacemaking, humility, righteousness, all those beautiful things. Those are the good deeds. People, you have to live your life in such a way that people will look at you and they know that you're not ordinary. I hope you know you're not ordinary. You're a child of God. You're not ordinary. You're not normal. I hope you know that. I just wanted to say that, okay? So people look at you and they'll be like, this person is different. Why? This person loves peace so much. Why? It's the life of Christ in you. It's the life of Christ in you, right? So people should see the good deeds and they'll be like, I have to glorify the God that this person is serving. I have to actually serve this God that this person is serving, right? Because that's the ultimate, for people to look at you and give glory to your Father, for people to look at you and want to be like Jesus, for people to look at you and want to glorify your Father, right? That's the ultimate, where you draw the attention back to your Maker. It's not about you. I've said it. If they cut us away from Christ, we won't have anything, right? So the reason why you are who you are, the reason why I am who I am, is because of Christ. It's because of Christ. The light we carry is the light of Christ, right? So we're supposed to channel people, draw them back to the source, because that's where they get the light they need to shine. That's where they get the light to shine. So, I read these 3 verses today and I was just so fascinated. Like, the Bible is complete. The Bible is complete. The Bible is complete. The Bible is complete. We're meant to be visible. We're meant to be visible. We're meant to be influential. It's not the worldly kind of visibility, right? Our lives must give glory to our Maker. And we must draw people back to Him. You must shine so that people can come back to Christ. That is it. That is it. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. But enjoying it is one thing. Enjoy. That's okay. But I hope that this video is going to help us, to truly be the light that we are in Christ Jesus. I'll see you next time.